You could almost say anything is natural for humans because you're like, oh, well, we used our brains. We developed, polyester and all this other stuff. There are consequences for taking it too far, right? So to a limit, to an extent, you could say fire isn't natural, right? Maybe we should be eating all our meat raw, right? So let's just not go too crazy, all right? Hey Health Heroes, welcome back to Adamimmune. I just got back from the gym and I feel gross. I'm about to take a shower and I just kind of wanted to get through this little talking point. I've been thinking, I can't talk. I was going at it, okay, for me. I was thinking in the gym, I'm like, can we always live naturally? And then I got to thinking, okay, I see this picture all the time about how, the carnivores are always saying how, and I've said this too, they show you a picture of this fruit, how it used to be in ancient times, and then they'll show you this new fruit or vegetable, how man sort of used agriculture to change these different plant foods, right? And then they'll say, okay, well, it's more edible now, it's more juicier, it's more sugary, it's more sweet, it's more delicious, yes, all that and more. And it's true, yeah, absolutely. But then I seen this post on Instagram today, and I'm like, they're saying how ancestors, they barely ate these foods and they mainly ate meat and we're obligate carnivores and we have to eat meat only, or we should be, or something like that. I'm thinking, man, I don't know if I buy into that. Like, look, you guys know me. I am not the plant-based guy. I'm animal-based because I think it's more nutritious and it's just easier for my lifestyle. Whatever works best for you is what I'm saying, and you have to figure that out for yourself. But this Instagram post is like saying, nah, we wouldn't eat these foods. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, we can look at look, I do not like personal bias, especially when it comes to your diet. I'm going to go with what works, and I'm going to look at the evidence, okay? That's my girlfriend. Cool thing about being butt ugly is that your girlfriend loves you for your personality. Okay, so where was I? We would have eaten anything in front of us, right? Anything we had available. I mean, that's what humans and pre-humans did, all right? We ate anything we had available. We were hungry, right? We weren't going to be like, ew, watermelon. That's not as bioavailable as liver. I'm going to go eat my liver, No, you'd be eating like cow hoof, and that's another point. Cows, not necessarily man-made, but they're sort of different than they used to be in their ancestral form as well. Like they used to be, what's that? It was not an ox, it's like oxen or I don't know, whatever. I'll put a picture of it up here. But that's like the ancient form of cattle, right? Like a lot of these animals have changed just the way these plant foods have changed. So I think that's a really kind of poor argument to use, right? I mean, if we're going to think of it like, guys, I gotta say, I got no sugar in my brain right now. I use it all, so I feel like a stupid pants. That's the only word I got for that right now. Can we live as naturally as we did in nature? Is that even possible? Here's the thing. No, not even close. In nature, we would have eaten these plant foods or whatever else we had available. I live in the Midwest, so I only know really Midwest seasons. Okay, I've never lived in the tropics, so let's use that as an example. You can go out in the country and there's fruit trees everywhere. Summertime, that's a whole different story. We'd have been eating any plant foods to gain weight, right? To get through the winter. Again, I'm speaking sort of from certain places on Earth that have these 4 seasons, right? Okay, so you have to consider that. It's different for everybody. I can't speak for everybody on Earth, and I'm really not going to try to. So let's say I lived here, I would have gained as much weight as I can, probably look like I do now, and then winter rolls around, right? Uh-oh, that food's gone. Yes, there's a lot of good preserving methods out there, but again, I'm saying 100% natural. Is really preserving a food natural? And for humans, what does natural mean? I was thinking about that yesterday, like, well, it's natural for humans to pick up sticks and use as weapons, right? But we don't have them. We don't have like built-in weapons, right? It's our minds. So what's natural for one animal might not be natural for another, okay? So humans are sort of this just like subcategory all on their own. You could almost say anything is natural for humans because you're like, oh, well, we used our brains. We developed, polyester and all this other stuff. Well, kind of yes, but there are consequences for taking it too far, right? So to a limit, to an extent, you could say fire isn't natural, right? Maybe we should be eating all our meat raw, right? So let's just not go too crazy, all right? So yes, we would have stocked up on this food, but eventually we would have ran out, all right? We would have been eating mostly meat. We're going back to like caveman days, okay? I'm not talking 10,000 years ago. Try to keep it natural, but have an open mind and give yourself some leeway, because like, my body is craving sugar, right? Should I give it sugar all the time? No, I don't. I have to limit these things, right? Because winter never comes. Winter never comes in this modern world. It does, but figuratively. I'm saying our winter, our fasting mode never really comes. And humans do need to fast for health purposes. And fasting can mean a lot of different things. I'm not just like talking completely without food or without water. It could be, shoot, it could be without social media for a day, right? There's all kinds of different fasting. But the real true fasting is like not having food, right, for a certain amount of time. That's why I think every so often I like to do that. I even do Daniel fast, which is just plants for a time, because I don't think we would have meat at all times. I'm just trying to like hedge my bets here, right? You never know. Like, go without meat, go without plants. People do without water. I've done that 3-day water fast. Oh my gosh. Please don't judge me, but I have to know. I want to know all this stuff. And what is natural? What does that really mean? I think to me it means like not going off our cravings so much, but you know, again, sometimes cravings is like a symptom, right, of a poor diet as well. And sometimes it's just going to the gym, using up all your sugar stores, and your body's craving more sugar. So I should probably go eat some fat and protein so I can make my own sugar, right? But is there any harm in me going and eating some berries now, or having some berries before bed? Because I like to have a little sweetness before I go to bed. So I like to have that little sweet. Sometimes I'll make these keto cakes, or out of like coconut flour and things. I did that for a long time. Then I went to like smoothies with basically just ice and, you know, some berries and a little bit of coconut milk and water. I mean, that's about it. And then I'm back to doing keto cakes. I'm experimenting to see what my body digests best, and you know, obviously with me it's like unprocessed foods. I don't do well with processed foods, even if it's like a whole food that's just been processed. Not like overly refined junk processed food. You know the difference. I'm not talking about these AIP foods that are 50 ingredients with like coconut sugar in it. I'm talking just like coconut flour, okay? It's dried, it's roasted, whatever. It's blended or processed. What is the word? I can't find. It's like in a grain form, right? So anyway, I'm just working it out. We're all working out on our brains. More messages. Okay. Well, I would love to hear you guys' comments in the, that section to call the comment section down below. This made sense. This was a good video. Definitely. This was awesome. Thank you for liking this amazing video, and subscribing if you haven't done that already. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Quit ordering from all those fast food chains. I'm feeling better, there's no doubt about it. And my days are brighter, my shoulders are so much lighter. Just for a